I think I got a nice little harvest today. I have some mustard greens here, a bunch of unripe hot peppers, some more ripe ones, beans, cucumbers, and these are sweet peppers that are not ripe. Jar of crushed tomato juice stuff here that I canned. So I'm going to use this. I think I'll make like a hot tomato pepper sauce, some pickled peppers, and some pickled cucumbers. And then I thought about pickling these with the cucumbers and things because I love pickled beans, but there's not that many, and I think I'm just going to eat these along with the greens. I just washed all these, so they're nice and washed, but I need to put gloves on and get the little stems off and the seeds and chop all these up, slice all these into slices, and I'll be back. These pimento puma peppers, when they're ripe, they smell amazing. They smell like a mix between apples and peaches. They smell really, really good. I know they're really, really hot, but oh, they smell great. So I think this will taste really good all pickled together. So I have all my peppers and all my cucumbers chopped up. I think I'll add an onion. I have a purple onion, a red onion. I think I'll chop that up and add to it. I think that'll look nice and taste nice. I got 2 quart jars of vegetables here to pickle. So I'm going to use 2.5 cups of vinegar. I have here 2.5 cups of white sugar. And then I have 1/4 cup of pickling salt and spice. It's like a ball mix. The bread and butter pickle mix. This already has the salt and spices, so I don't have to measure all those out or anything. Some vinegar heated up here. And go ahead and pour sugar in. And the salt and spices. Mix it together really well. And once all this is mixed and boiling, seems like a lot of sugar, but there's a lot of sugar in bread and butter pickles, and it'll also help with the spiciness of the hot peppers. So once this is all nice and dissolved and boiling, I'll turn off the heat and then just pour it in my jars here. It's boiling away really well. I'm going to turn the heat off and then pour it in my jars. I'm just going to set these in my fridge. If I want to put these on my shelf, then I will water bath can them, put them in boiling water for 15 minutes. There we go. I'm going to put my lids on here. That's it. They're nice and hot, so they're kind of hard to hold on to, but I need to put them in the refrigerator. Said if I wanted to put these on my shelf, I'd put them in a boiling water bath for 15 minutes or so. But I have my pickled peppers. I'm going to make a hot sauce with the remaining hot peppers and some of these crushed tomatoes that I did earlier this year. These are so hot, it'll be such a crazy hot sauce, so I'm going to try to kind of dilute the heat a bit by adding it to tomatoes. So this will be like a tomato-based hot sauce. First thing I need to do is boil some vinegar and some pickling spice. I have 4 cups of white vinegar here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of pickling spice. Bring this to a simmer. This is all boiling away. I'm going to turn off the heat, cover it, and just let it sit for about half an hour, I guess, maybe, just so the flavors can soak in and combine. Boiling away, I'm going to cover it here, and then just let it sit. I'm going to turn the heat off, and just let it sit for about half an hour or so, just so the spices and seasonings can really flavor the vinegar well. Smells really good, looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and strain it, because I don't want any of those chunky pieces of spices and stuff in my sauce. I'm going to pour right through here into this bowl. Now I have a nice seasoned vinegar there. And take my 8 cups of crushed tomatoes. I'm going to add my peppers here. I have a cup. It's about a cup and a half, almost 2 cups. Take a couple cups out of the 4 cups of vinegar that I seasoned and put in here. I'm just going to use just a couple cups, and then the rest of it I'll set aside to add later to it. This is just to keep this nice and thin. I'm going to bring this to a boil. I'm just going to turn down the heat a little bit and let this simmer for about 20 minutes to a half an hour. I've simmered this for about 20 minutes and then let it sit here a bit to cool off because I'm going to put it in my blender. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this. It's going to blend it up just to get out the tomato seeds and the pulp and stuff. Sort of stir it around a little bit to help it get through. It's mostly tomato seeds and a little bit of the pulp. I'm just going to keep pushing it, getting it draining through, getting all the liquid out of it. And throw all the seeds and pulp away here. Let I have it all strained and ready to go. I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of salt. I'm going to add the remaining 2 cups of seasoned vinegar. I'm going to bring this back to a boil and reduce it to however thick I want it, I guess. I'm going to do maybe a little less than half. It's already kind of thick, but I want it to be a little thicker. And then I can put it in some jars. It's been 20 minutes, so I think it's pretty good. Ooh, steam. It's nice and thick. I cooked down to a quart here, so I only had to use one of those jars. It was still pretty hot. I'm going to set this aside to cool here. Some the beans that I harvested today. And a little bit of the hot sauce here. It's good. It's really hot. Wow. Those peppers are hot. Try some of the mustard greens. Some of them with the sauce. That's really good. Ooh, it's hot. A little bit more. It's really good. It's good. It's hot. Ooh, it's so hot. Those are going to be some really, really, really hot pickles. Hopefully these pickles here will be really, really good too. Thanks for stopping by. It's a beautiful day here. Thought I'd give a little update on the garden and see if I can make a few things. My corn's growing okay. And all of my beans and my pumpkins came up. I have some broccoli there and some cabbage here. In between the corn there, you can kind of see I have right there, I have some peas growing that are finally starting to come up. I'm having a hard time keeping Joey and birds and things out of here. They keep digging around and ripping things up, so I have to constantly come in here and move stuff around. Over here I have all of the greens transplanted. See them here kind of. Some of those purple ones there are kind of hard to see. They all seem to be coming up okay. The beans are doing okay and they're starting to make beans. The big kahuna ones already have nice big beans on them that I've been harvesting. Ginger and turmeric over here are growing okay. You see where something keeps digging around and making all kinds of holes and things. It's birds and Joey. There's a nice bean right there. One eggplant over here is doing great. It's huge. It's finally starting to make a bunch of blooms again and little eggplants. It's a pretty big plant though. I have these little cherry tomatoes here, and I'm thinking about putting them on the shed and growing them on top of there. That way they can just grow down the side. I don't really know though. I may not be able to get them up there without hurting myself. On top of my shed up there. I have my zucchini. I haven't gotten it yet, but they're starting to flower finally. Here are the big kahuna. See, some of them have pretty big beans already. Oh, Joey. My Carolina cayenne is making lots of peppers. It's going crazy. I'm really excited that my Roma tomato is doing okay, holding out, and even the transplanted super steak is finally starting to make a tomato. And a few cucumbers, but they just don't do very well here, at least not for me. So I seem to have to plant like a whole bunch of them, and then they make a couple fruit, and then the vine dies. There's my first zucchini strain to grow. Nice. Avocado's coming along okay. Right, Joey? Joey avocado. My bananas and things. I have all kinds of peppers to harvest, hot ones and sweet ones. These ones here are all sweet. I need to do something. Now the crows keep harvesting the ripe ones and eating them, so I need to, I think I might just harvest all of them and then let the green ones ripen up inside. I made a couple more garden beds. Well, I made one new one and then extended a couple of these ones. This one here bigger, and put an apple here. It's my olive. The passion fruit going over here, or maypops, I guess. Love these things. They're so good. These strawberries are taking off, along with my pineapple, my other olive, there's 3 olives, a little pepper there, but I made this bed larger. You can see there where I ended it out and put a little peach tree there. Hopefully it'll be okay. The leaves all fell off of it after I transplanted it pretty much, so I don't know. Over here I made another bed and I put a peach here and a golden apple here. And then in the middle there I'll just grow vegetables and flowers and things like that. Over here is where I have my giant peppers I got from Bernie. She sent me the seeds. These pimenta puma. And over in the shade, the leaves lost a lot of their color. They're normally really dark like that. Mustard everywhere here at the bottom. And another banana. We have another pepper there. I think I'm going to harvest those too. I have no idea what it is. I'm pretty sure it's hot. Cherry here that I moved so it would be in the sun more. Right beside it is another pepper. The pimenta puma seeds that Bernie sent me. It's also loaded. It's still making flowers, and there's little peppers everywhere on it. I want to harvest them too because they're all getting pretty ripe, and I think I'm just going to get them all at once. Let them ripen up inside and make something out of it. It's a beautiful plant though. I'm really surprised I'm getting so many beans already, these little plants.